It's week 7 of the NFL, and we've got the Bengals superstar cornerback, who's had quarterbacks numbers all season, coming down with 7 picks. It's the Bengals and the Ravens, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal week 7, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, we're in October now. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks standing at 6'5".
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
They'll start on the ground with Spears. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, the numbers for Spears on the ground a week ago. 15 carries, 54 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments in how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Vincent. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Vincent. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal of how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point forthcoming. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
You look at this Baltimore defense.
They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
It certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive. It's a quick first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And he will have the Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
The slot man in motion right.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Given 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They go play action with Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line.
Richardson to throw off play action.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
When you look at this defense,
currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, They've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got an open man, it's Josh Palmer. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Here's Spears on 2nd down. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Richardson looking to throw this. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 35. Complete to Burnett. And they work it across midfield inside the 45. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd down, here's Richardson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's got room at the 30. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on the A's.
second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Touchdown! A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And to cap it off, a touchdown run of 20 yards. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Hand off to Spears.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
3 scores down, not even at halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
13 yards the tally on the return there.
And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting, as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside. They sprint upfield, kick on the inside linebackers. If the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
These 2 teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. Here's 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go. Crisp.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. He's going to have the hook up to Burnett. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Now it's Richardson.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
And his kick is indeed good. And the route is on. It's 24-0.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And here's a give to Spears.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Micah Parsons
racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That's pulled in at the 32. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They start on the ground with Robinson here.
They'll get this up to about the 44.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
From the shotgun, Richardson. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38. first down. Garrison. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more on that one and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's Richardson to throw.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On second and goal, there's an option play left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Richardson.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Starting to get the sense throughout the league that more of the special teams coordinators give their guys the green light to bring the ball out because everyone wants big plays to happen. I don't know if that philosophy will hold after that error there. Turn it over that deep in their own territory.
Do guys go rogue there a lot based on feeling?
I think a lot of them just sense that they can make a play and make a huge one to help their team. And they have to have that athletic arrogance about themselves. And every now and then, though, it'll cost them. And that's what we just saw there.
Richardson.
Throwing right, and that's complete. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up the first and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Richardson going to change the play here.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Being chased, and a big loss here as he's taken down. A disastrous loss there on first and goal on the sack sets him back big time. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin up in the Steel City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. And it's the Patriots leading that one in the second quarter. A touchdown pass there for Kenny Pickett. From there, we head over to Detroit. Check on the Lions at home, Ford Field. And you can see currently they trail in that ball game. Tyreek Hill, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Mac Jones with a couple of touchdown passes. We saw a strong first half out of the mobile quarterback, Anthony Richardson. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Cleveland to return from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
They'll run with Robinson.
Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts them in better shape here for 2nd and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Throwing to start the drive. Vincent.
That's completed right side to Palmer.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw. Vincent looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Bengals.
Back to throw. Vincent.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Off play action. Vincent. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Nolan Smith coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
13 yards. And the Bengals first down.
Looking to throw. Vincent. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. And now a run with Spears. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Smith once more. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Vincent. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Greg Dulcich, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are able to claw one back. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Cleveland to return from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Ravens ready to take over. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. They'll start with the option. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find a way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
4 yards to pick up, first down. Quick throw completed by Richardson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off play action. Richardson
rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And Richardson back to throw it.
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk...
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 1st and 10, Vincent.
And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
That's again complete to Palmer. He's to the 15.
And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Vincent. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Terry McLaurin from 4 yards out. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
All right, let's give them a little bit of applause here. Good for them, because this has been a defensive nightmare for them thus far. At least they're finally getting a couple of big plays. Won't make the scoreboard of the ride home easier, but one good moment to watch in film next week.
The offense on third down, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Throwing to start the drive. Vincent, middle of the field. He's got McLaurin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20. And the Bengal first down.
Throwing on first down. Vincent. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they'll get this down to the 10. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
They'll run with Spears.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Back to throw. Vincent. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Michael Parsons
In there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career.
on third down. Here's Spears.
Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Nice job holding them out of the end zone on third down. I think you need to give a big assist to this crowd.
Yeah, they're really rallying them, aren't they? They're behind them the whole way. And they get that little bit of extra motivation when you're in a tough situation. Let's see what happens here on 4th down if they go for it. Can the crowd help them one more time?
They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Now Richardson.
And a little floater there is incomplete.
The 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burnett. And he will have the Ravens first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Richardson. He'll buy some time right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
A give to Robinson on the option. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
He's got to hook up here to Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one looks like he'll throw here. Complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Richardson will keep it once again.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Richardson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
They'll try to run with Robinson.
Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Now he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st down, Cincinnati.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
That one's taken in by Spears.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Ravens, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason